Hello, welcome back to my channel, the Sunflower Review Friday channel. Today I'm excited about doing part 11, the recap of my longer length videos. I hope you guys enjoy. Also, if you guys like to donate to my channel, feel free. It's the $ Sunflower Review with the number 8. Thank you. Hello, welcome back to my channel, the Sunflower Review Friday channel. Today I'm excited about doing a review on What's Eating Gilbert Grape. First, I will give a little facts and then I will go over the review. I hope you guys enjoy. Number 1, the movie was released December the 17th, 1993. Number 2, the movie is a comedy drama movie. Number 3, the budget to make this movie was 11 million. Number 4, the movie is starring Johnny Depp as Gilbert Grape. Number 5, the movie was based off the novel What's Eating Gilbert Grape by Peter Hedges. Number 6, the theme of the movie What's Eating Gilbert Grape is family duty, small town, life, coming of age, finding hope in the midst of hardship. Number 7, the soundtrack was released December the 17th, 1993. Then they had another one that they released May the 2nd, 2023. And the music was by Ellen Parker. Okay, the summary of the movie is about the main character. The main character name is Gilbert. And Gilbert, he's kind of like the man of the house. So he has like a lot of responsibility that he's taken on with fixing the house after his dad left. So he has sisters and he has a mom that's like overweight. He also has a brother that he takes care of by the name of Ernie that deals with autism spectrum disorder. So it's a lot with him trying to deal with his brother and live his life and working a little job. And he has two sisters that help him a little, but they really didn't understand him because he was taking on all this responsibility that it was, draining his energy. Basically, it was burdening him with all the responsibility as him trying to live his life, but he wasn't thinking about himself because he was trying to take on other responsibility like his mom, like his sisters, and they were all working together. I will give that to him to help with his brother Ernie, but it's like they didn't understand like the trouble that was going on with Gilbert by him being the man of the house, because really that was what he was, because he was the only man that would be like functioning to take care of things around the house, to fix things around the house. But he did end up meeting somebody named Becky. Her and her mom, they would come into towns and they little RV and like travel, and they came through, and she was really good with his brother Ernie. But yeah, it was like burdening him with with all this responsibility. And then the part in the movie where they left the mom in the house, and they just burnt the house because they said that they would need a national guard to get her out. And the reason why they burnt the house and just left her where she was to protect their mom dignity and respect. And it also release and it allows the family to move on from the past, avoiding the mockery of the town people, making it like a laughing matter. So the final rest in peace is letting her stay in the home, and for her children's, for them to move on with their lives and take control of their lives. So that was the purpose of them leaving the mom in the house, because of what I just said. And if I had to rate this movie, I would give this movie 4 stars. It's a really good movie to check out. Great movie, and you can go on Amazon to collect this movie, and you can try Prime Video to rent. Different places like that, check Prime Video. I know you can check their Prime Video and rent it to watch, or you could just collect it if you like to collect. But yeah, that's the reason for them leaving her. My opinion of this movie, it's a good movie, just basically about life. Because at first I was wondering why would they leave her in there, but after I did research, now I can kind of understand, why. Because they didn't want her to be the mockery of the town. It's already a small town. So yeah, I can understand it, why they did that. I can understand it more better now, because they probably didn't even have the money to do all of this stuff too. So for those reasons, from when I did the research on it, is the reasons why they, left their mom. But it's a great movie. That's all I have for now. Have a good day. Hello, welcome back to my channel, the Sunflower Review Friday channel. Today I'm excited about doing 20 fun facts on Sleepless in Seattle. I hope you guys enjoy. Some of the facts you may know, some you may not, but I hope you guys enjoy. Number 1, the movie is a romance comedy. Number 2, the movie was released June the 25th, 1993. Number 3, the budget to make the movie was $21 million. Number 4, the movie is starring Tom Hanks as Sam. Number 5, the movie grossed $27.9 million at the box office. Number 6, the movie had positive reviews. Some people said the movie was refreshing and quite lighthearted story. Some said sweet and charming and warm and gentle. Number 7, it was the highest grossing film in 1993. Number 8, the soundtrack was released June the 15th, 1993. It had artists like Louis Armstrong with the song A Kiss to Build a Dream. It also had other artists like Nat King Cole with the song Stardust. Number 9, the soundtrack went 4 times platinum. The soundtrack sold great all over the world. Number 10, the soundtrack went number 1 on the billboards. Number 11, Sleepless in Seattle is one of the greatest romantic comedies of all times. Number 12, the filming location for the movie is Seattle, Washington, the Empire State Building in New York City, Wrigley Field, Chicago, Baltimore, Maryland. Number 13, the meaning of the movie is a romantic comedy about grief, faith, and search for true love. Number 14, the theme behind the movie is destiny, soulmate, modern romance versus tradition, grief, and moving on. Number 15, quotes from the movie Annie. You make a million decisions that means nothing, and then one day you order takeout and it changes your whole life. Sam, I'm not looking for a mail order bride. I just want somebody I can have a decent conversation with over dinner. Number 16, the movie is reference to the movie of 1957 and An Affair to Remember. It frames the story around the idea. Number 17, the movie challenges unrealistic idolizing the notion of love. Number 18, the meaning behind the movie is destiny versus choice, challenging romantic, reality versus fantasy, the magic of a connection, the role of grief and hope. Number 19, the movie was nominated for 2 Academy Awards and also Golden Globe Awards. Number 20, if I had to rate this movie, with 5 being the most, I would give this movie 5 stars. In my opinion about the movie, I feel like they should do more love stories. This movie also inspired me to write a love story, so I'm gonna write a love story. That's all I have for now. Don't forget to, if you have any requests or anything, don't forget to go on the community post and leave it there. And don't forget to like and leave your comments over at the community post. Thanks again for watching. Have a good day. Hello, welcome back to my channel, the Sunflower Review Friday channel. Today I'm excited about doing this request on Martha Wash. I hope you guys enjoy. As you know, she's an American singer, songwriter, producer, actress. She was part of the Weather Girls. She was also discovered by Sylvester, and her music is dance and electronic. She played in movies like the D2 Mighty Ducks, the soundtrack with Mr. Big Stuff, The First Wife Club, just to name a few movies that she played in, because she played in more movies. Martha Wash also appeared in the Whitney Houston video, I'm Every Woman for 1993, the music video. She did a appearance in there. Also, Rolling Stone ranked her 179 for the 200 greatest singers of all times. She was also nominated for 2 Grammy Awards. Billboard Dance Chart gave her the title the Queen of Clubland. Also, the Billboard magazine ranked her 58 successful dance artists of all time. Okay, now that I gave you a little information about Martha Wash, I will go over her music with 10 songs that I picked. So the first song that I picked was Gonna Make You Sweat. The second song is Carry On. The third song is Raining Man. The fourth song, Everybody, Everybody. The fifth song, Destiny. The sixth song, Proud. The seventh song, Give It to You. The eighth song, Someone Who Believes in You. The ninth song, It's My Time. The 10th song, Hold On, Part 2. And those were the songs that I picked from her. And it's also the songs from when she was in other groups and different things like that. If I had to rate her music with 5 being the most, I would give her music 5 stars. And you also can purchase her music off Amazon, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, different places like that to support her. And right now, she has a tour date coming up on March the 13th, 2026 with Boy George and the Culture Club. So she will be in Lincoln, California, and the tickets is on sale now for those who would like to support her. Here are some things off eBay that is collectible that you could check out from Martha Wash. Some things that people have on sale. This is like an autograph signed picture of her, and it's like $100. Those that like to collect things, you can just go on here, go on eBay, and support her by getting this photograph signed by her, this collectible item. Here is also like a rare picture, rare poster of Martha Wash that is collectible for those that like to collect things. You could check this out to support her. This is Martha Wash latest project that she was working on, Love and Conflict. I think she had some tour dates from last year. This is her recent project right here. So I forgot to talk about it earlier, but this is the recent thing that she's doing. You could just check it out and support her by going on Apple Music, Spotify, different places like that to check it out to support. And that's all I have for now. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any more requests or anything like that, you could just leave it in my community posts and I check them weekly. So if you have any requests, just put them over there. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Hello, welcome back to my channel, the Sunflower Review Friday channel. Today I'm excited about doing 20 fun facts on angels in the outfield. Some facts you may know, some you may not, but I hope you guys enjoy. Number 1, the movie was released July the 15th, 1994. Number 2, the movie is a family sport fantasy comedy movie. Number 4, the movie was directed by William Dear. Number 5, the budget to make this movie was $31 million. Number 6, the movie was based off the Angels in the Outfield 1951 film by Dorothy Kinsley. Number 7, the filming location was the Oakland Coliseum. Maggie House was 500 Douglas Avenue, Oakland, California. Number 8, the movie grossed over 50 million at the box office. Number 9, the soundtrack was released January the 1st, 1994. It had music by Randy Elderman. People rated the soundtrack as uplifting, emotional, natural vibes, comfort listening to, effective standards. Number 10, it took 2 months to film this movie. Number 11, a short summary of the movie. The movie was about a foster child that prays for the California Angels, which is a baseball team, to win so that his family can be together, but it leads to real angels intervene. Number 12, the movie was not based on a true story. Number 13, the meaning behind the movie is power, faith, and innocence, redemption and transformation, divine intervention, hope in the midst of loss, moral improvements. Number 14, Angels in the Outfield franchise from the original film from 1951 to the remake in 1994. They also had 2 TV series that went straight to home video. Number 15, the screenplay was by Holly Goldberg. So long. Number 16, the movie centers around heavenly angels helping a struggling baseball team to win. Number 17, the movie was ranked number 9 on the Rap List 20th highest grossing movie in baseball. Number 18, Angels in the Outfield is a great movie to check out. Number 19, if I had to rate the movie Angels in the Outfield, with 5 being the most, I will give this movie 4 stars. Number 20, you can buy this movie from Amazon to purchase. You also can check different places like Apple TV, Prime Video if you like to rent to support this movie. And that's all I have for now on the 20 facts on the movie Angels in the Outfield. Hello, welcome back to my channel, the Sunflower Review Friday channel. Today I'm excited about doing a music review on the singer Adele. So I hope you guys enjoy. As you know, Adele is an English singer, songwriter. Her music is pop and soul. She sold over 120 million records worldwide. She's one of the world's best-selling artists. She also won a total of 18 Billboard Awards. Adele also won 5 American Music Awards, a total of 16 Grammy Awards, 12 Brit Awards, Golden Globe Awards, Academy Awards. She won a total of 539 awards, and she was nominated 760 times. She's also an Oscar winner. She attended Brit High School for Performance Arts and Technology. Her classmates for 2006 was Amy Winehouse. She's also a skilled classical trained singer. Her music influence was Etta James, Ella Fitzgerald, and the Spice Girls. And her real name is Adele Lorraine Blue Akins. And she also has the nickname the British Queen of Soul. Okay, now that I gave you a little information about Adele, I will go ahead and rate her music 1 through 10, and then I will rate her music. The first song that I picked was Someone Like You. The second song, Rolling in the Deep. The third song, Hello. The fourth song, Make You Feel My Love. The fifth song, Chasing Pavements. The sixth song, Send My Love. The seventh song, Easy on Me. The eighth song, Oh My God. The ninth song, I Drink Wine. The 10th song, Sweet Devotion. And those were the 10 songs that I picked. And you can get her music off Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify. And if you like to collect, you can go to Amazon. If I had to rate her music, with 5 being the most, I would give her music 5 stars. So right now it's kind of like a career break but she has a upcoming movie titled Cry to Heaven that's scheduled to come out the fall of 2026. They speculate a tour later 2027 or later, and also new music may be 2026, 2027, or later 2028, 2029. So that's what you can expect, like presently, things that she's doing. And that's all I have for now for her review, music review. I hope you guys enjoy. And don't forget, if you have any requests or anything, you could just leave them in my community posts, and then I will check it like every week. So just make sure if you have a request, just leave it over there. And thanks again for watching. Have a good day. Hello, welcome back to my channel, the Sunflower Review Friday channel. Today I'm excited about doing this request on Love Potion number 9. I hope you guys enjoy. I will give a little facts and then I will give the review. Some facts about Love Potion number 9 before I go into the review. The movie was released November the 13th, 1992. This movie is considered a romance comedy. The movie was written and directed by Dale Launer, and the movie took its name from the 1959 hit, the song Love Potion number 9. So to give a summary of the movie was about a guy named Paul who is a biochemist and also a lady named Diane who is an animal psychologist. They're co-workers and they're considered like nerds and they knew each other. Diane would come to Paul's apartment and they kind of had like a relationship in the beginning, like they were really kind of for each other. But Paul also dated and she also started back dating Diane. But they were considered nerds. And he also went to go see a lady named Madame Rose, who is kind of like a fortune teller. And she had gave him a potion, and this potion was called the potion number 8, and it was supposed to help. Also, Paul had this lady that was coming to his house, this particular lady that he was dating that really didn't like him, that she was really scoping out, his apartment and different things like that. And she also got a hold to the spray, and she sprayed it on, and it made him just give her the stuff, the potion that was in that he had been getting different portions from Madame Rose that he had up in his bathroom. He just basically gave it to her, but he also wanted his relationship to work with Diane. But Diane had ended up telling him that she was starting to back talking to a guy named Gary that she was with before. And he felt like, it was something about Gary, which he was right, because Gary had wanted her to stop communicating with Paul. And he felt like her relationship with him was like she was being controlled, which she was being controlled. And he was also taking some kind of sort of potion, Gary was, to be able to control Diane. So he ended up going back to talk to Madame Rose, and Madame Rose had gave him a portion to take, which was the portion number 9 instead of number 8. The reason why he went back to talk to Madame Rose is because he knew that she was getting married. Diane was getting married to this guy, and this guy, he was, trying to control everything about her. So she gave him the portion number 9. But she told him that they have to drink out the same glass or kiss, because the number 9, it won't fade. Like if they ever loved each other, they will be able to be back together regardless. So that's why he had to make it important to be able to kiss Diane, or, and that's what he ended up doing. He had made a first attempt at her wedding and it didn't work, but then he ended up going back and he just kissed her, and then she ended up coming out of there. and they end up being together and loving each other. She end up coming out of her wedding, and they end up, being together, Paul and Diane. So it was a good story. If I had to rate this movie, I would give this movie 4 stars. It's a really good movie to check out. And now I was going to go into my opinion of the movie. My opinion, I feel like it could be very dangerous with taking potions, like Paul in the movie, how he took the potion. And I feel like it could be very dangerous because, especially in the number 8 potion that they was taking, because it makes them irresistible, instead of it being like a genuine connection. Just like in the movie, him and Diane, they were already alike, so they really didn't need to. I guess he was doing it to spice up things, but he ended up having to go back and get some other things. So I just feel like it's always like consequences, and I feel like things like that could be dangerous and it could backfire to have to go through things. I feel like it should just be genuine, like a genuine connection, just like they already had it already. Him and Diane, they had that connection already. They didn't have to do that. It could be dangerous, and I know they was using it to their advantage, like the part in the movie where Diane, she sprayed some in her mouth to be able to stop from getting a ticket, and how the lady, the one that Paul was dating, when she came to his apartment, and she how she stole the stuff and she started using the potion. And when she used it, he just basically gave her his stuff inside his apartment. And then the end of the movie, how she was running and she had men's running behind her because she know that she was taking that portion, and she had the men's running behind her. But then she knew that she could have like control, because when she told them to stop, they stopped. So, but I feel like the stuff will wear off. So it's always consequences behind things. But other than that, I really, really enjoyed the movie. And I recommend people to watch it. It's a really good movie. Hello, welcome back to my channel, the Sunflower Review Friday channel. Today I'm excited about doing a movie review on Enemy Territory. This is by request, so I'm excited about doing it. This movie is an action thriller movie. It was released May the 22nd, 1987, and it also was based on a true story. Okay, before I go into the summary of the movie, who this movie is starring, it will be in the description box since it's more than one person. Okay, the movie was about a guy named Barry who was an insurance agent. His business of doing insurance was kind of a little slow and down from where it was. So he decided to take this insurance policy by this lady named Eva, who had like $100,000 policy. So he had to go into this apartment building, and this was a New York City housing projects, Lincoln Tower that had like 20 floors. And the lady that he was going to see, she was on the 20th floor of the building. So before he gets to the building, he ended up getting hustled by these childrens, and he ended up just tapping the boy. And this boy, he was a part of this gang, and the gang was called Vampires. So they didn't like it, so they was kind of harassing him. Once he went up there, and he got a chance to meet the lady, and he found out that the lady was really nice, and she was like, "You must really need the money." He was like, "Yeah, he really need the money. That's the reason why he came late." And she paid him. Only thing she had to do is sign, and she was telling him about her granddaughter named Tony and everything that she planned on, because that's her granddaughter. She planned on leaving, money for her. So that's why she got so much. And she paid him like $6,000 cash. At first he was saying they didn't take cash, but he went on and took it. But it was really kind of getting dark out there. So the little boy that he got into it with, he just tapped his head. He went and told the gang member leader named the Count, and he was the leader of the vampires. So they was harassing him. They did have a security in there, but they ended up shooting the security, and they was trying to get him. But this guy named Will, he had saved him. and everything. So they were just going through the whole apartment complex. They also took Barry to a place where in the apartment that this guy that they knew that wasn't scared of them by the name of Parker. And he was like he had to pay him $500. All the while he was paying his way with the money that the lady gave him, you know. So he gave the guy $500, and he was helping them too. He had shot some of the members of the vampires, but they were just going through the whole apartment complex, busting into people apartments, you know, trying to find Barry and also Will and also Tony, the girl, which her grandmama was buying the insurance for her. And also also the little boy named, his name is Chester, but they call him Chess, and he ended up helping them finding a way out of the apartment because he knew the way out, and he helped them, the little boy. His mama didn't want him to leave, but he ended up helping. But in the end of this movie, Barry did end up going to the hospital. He ended up getting out of there because Tony, she ended up getting out of the building, going through the little hole because she said she could fit through there. And she ran and to the police station. You know, it was a little drama before she got there, but she got there and she ended up, you know, the police send the police to the area, so he was saved. It's a good little movie. I really enjoyed watching it. And if I had to rate this movie, with 5 being the most, I would give this movie 3 stars. You could try Prime Video to rent, or you could collect it by going to Amazon to collect this movie. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget, if you have any comments or any requests, you can go to the community post and leave them there. Have a good day. Also, this movie is starring Tony Todd. He plays the role as the vampire gang leader by the name of the Count, and that's who he played in the movie. Hello, welcome back to my channel, the Sunflower Review Friday channel. Today I'm excited about doing this request on the movie Posse. This movie is an American Western action movie. It was released May the 14th, 1993. Okay, before I go into the summary of the movie, who this movie is starring, it will be in the description box. Okay, to give a summary of the movie, in the beginning of the movie, they had like a storyteller, and he was telling different events about the forgotten stories of the black cowboys and the settlers, and how history often forget the truth. He also talks about how 1 out of 3 cowboys were black, but you never hear that side of the story. And he also talks about how the importance of how their guns was, they peacemakers back then as cowboys. And then he goes into the story of Jesse Lee. He tells his story. So they was at war, the Spanish-American War, and Colonel Graham and his troops, they were like the bad team. So basically, they was trying to set up Jesse Lee's posse. And they tried to set them up with, they was going to try to kill them anyway. So they was in war, but this Colonel Graham, he was going to try to do that with Jesse Lee, but it didn't work because Jesse Lee ended up shooting one of his people, and they ended up leaving. Once they left, they went to New Orleans to kind of celebrate, and they went like on like an adventure where they was on a boat. You know how cowboys, they go from town to town, they ride their horses from different places to different places. Where one of the places they went to, they were like on a boat, and because Jesse Lee, he would have like little different visions too, like of different things that took place in his life. He would have like visions about it, and things that happened with him. So he didn't go with them when they went to New Orleans to celebrate. He went somewhere else. They wanted to go with him, but he went on a mission, Jesse Lee, by himself while they went to New Orleans. So when they went to New Orleans, Colonel Graham caught up with them, and they ended up shooting one of the posse members by the name of Angel. So they got caught back up with him. You know how cowboys ride from town to town, and that's what they were doing. They was even in the snow, riding their horses. So really, different revenge is taking place as you can kind of see what's going on. As you can see, Jesse Lee, he's the leader of his posse, and Corner Graham, he's the leader of his posse, but they call themselves troops, but he's the leader. So kind of like any like retaliation. You hurt one of mine, I hurt one of yours out of. So Jesse Lee and his posse, they was riding their horses different places and different locations, and they went to this place called Education is Freedom, where the town was wealthy. They had colored people, and they had their own, they were independent. They had their own bank in the town. They had their own, and he was aware of this town because he things that happened with his father and his church and everything. So Jesse Lee, he was aware, and he was also able to hook back up with Lena, which was his love interest, like in the movie. So he was able to hook back up with her, and also they had like a singer, which was played by Vesta Williams in the movie. Her name was Vera, and she was one of the singers in the movie. But they thought that he was trouble, Jesse Lee, coming into the town. But actually, Jesse Lee, he was trying to warn them that the people was coming to their town to replace them and have them like as slaves. So the town, they kind of got what he was saying and everything, and they had tried to, to fight back the enemy, because he was right. Corner Graham, they came there to, steal from their town, and because, they was like the bad team. So, they were coming, and then that caused a war. But in the end, Jesse Lee did end up, getting the gold, and he ended up killing Corner Graham in the movie. So it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed this movie, and I'm very aware of the Black Cowboys because of a book that was given to me in the family. It's like a family book, and it had like cowboys in it, and I remember it. And then because one of the pictures I had saw in there, because I like to look at pictures, it was like a black guy in a casket, and it had blue eyes. And hello, welcome back to my channel, the Sunflower Review Friday channel. Today I will be doing a tribute for Malcolm Jamal Warner. The name of this movie is Father Clemens. It's a story television of the life of Father Clemens. It was released December the 13th, 1987, and it's a drama. This movie is starring Malcolm Jamal Warner. He plays the role as Joey in the movie. Also starring Louis Gossett Jr. He plays the role as George Clemens, the African-American Roman Catholic priest who became the first United States priest to legally adopt a child, and that child was Joey that he adopted in the movie. A lot of people was trying to make him change his mind about adopting him, and actually Joey, he was a troubled child in the movie. He come from the streets and different things, and yes, Joey, he was a very troubled child. His mom was getting on to him about stealing from her purse. So when this guy came along, he is the pastor of a church. He's a Catholic priest. Clemens, when he came along, he was trying to get people at his church to volunteer to adopt, and nobody wanted to adopt. I guess because of the, their area. So he was always busy. He lived with his mom. He would be with his mom. The priest, Clemens, he would be with his mom all the time. She would make the meals, and they was worried about him being so busy that he wouldn't have time for the child. But he said he wanted to make an example for the people that was at his church, because nobody wanted to adopt. And one of the guys that came to see him, he was saying, like, if you don't, and your people, if you don't, take the time, well, why should I? So he took the time out of his day to go visit the juvenile detention where they had Joey at, because they had locked him up. Well, they put him in the detention because he's a teen, a troubled teen. So they locked him up because they saw him, hanging out with gangs. And this gang even actually, they was kind of taking over they was trying to take over, the streets and trying to take over the church, because they had like an incident where they came into the church, and the gang leader name was Ice. And Leon, he's playing the role as the gang leader, and his name is Ice in the movie. And they tried to rob the people at where they were at, and inside the church where they were at. And the Clemens stopped it. George Clemens' father, George Clemens, he stopped it and everything. So they also was trying to approach Joey. And actually the gang leader, Ice, was telling him, like, if he have any problems to, if he ever get tired, to come to him. So Father George ended up getting a phone call, and this phone call was an important phone call from a pope. He had gave him permission to go ahead on and adopt Joey. So he ended up adopting Joey, and ended up where he can stay with him. So that's what happened. He ended up staying with him. And Joey was doing good. He was being kind of like the typical teenager, didn't want to, clean up his room. But the Father George, he was like helping him in that area. But some gang member friend came to Joey, and he wanted Joey to hold something. So what he wanted him to hold, it belongs to the gang member, the head gang member, Ice. So Ice ended up finding out about it. So he came to where Joey stayed, and he was like, you have some property that belongs to me. So Joey ended up giving him back the property. When he gave him back the property, he tried to make Ice promise that nothing would happen to his friend. But something ended up happening with his friend. His friend ended up dying and everything. And Joey had ran away for a little while because of, situation that was going on with him. But he eventually ended up going back, after his friend passed, ended up going back. So this was a good movie, and I just wanted to review this movie. I think you can get it off eBay. If you want to collect this movie, you can get it off eBay. I just wanted to do like a review on Malcolm Jamal Warner. He's an American actor, musician, poet. He played in TV shows like The Cosby Show as Theodore Huxtable, and also movies like The Tuskegee Airmen, Drop Zone, King of the Underground, Tyson. He also won a Grammy Award for Best Traditional R&B Performance in 2015. So I just wanted to add some more things. It's just like a little tribute for him. And I'll probably come back and do some more videos that Malcolm Jamal Warner played in, just to show respect for him, pay respects for him. So I'll probably be back to, do some things that maybe he played in. So I was sad about the news, but I just want to say rest in peace to him. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Have a good day. Hello, welcome back to my channel, the Sunflower Review Friday channel. Today I'm excited about doing a review on this movie, Ladybugs. This is by request, so I'm excited about doing it. This movie is starring Rodney Dangerfield as Chester Lee. It's also starring Jackie Harry as Julie Benson. This movie is a comedy sports movie, and it was also released March the 27th, 1992. So in the movie, Chester Lee, he is a businessman in the movie. So he goes to see his boss in the movie, and he sees where there's this soccer team. They won a lot of championships in the movie. So his boss was telling him, like, if he take the job as a coach, then once he takes his job as a coach, that he'll be able to get a promotion with his job because he is a businessman. So he takes the job as a coach to coach his team to so they can be able to win a championship. So he takes the job, and he takes his friend with him to be an assistant coach named Julie. So he don't know anything about coaching, and he don't know anything, about coaching and about, taking on a team. So once his boss see him the first time, like the team, they had did horribly wrong. So, but he told him, he wanted them to keep, going. So what he does is he go get Matthew, this his son, to help them be able to, win this, so they can be able to get the championship, because the goal is for him to get this promotion and everything. So that's the goal of everything, for him to be able to get. So they had to do a lot of work. He had to get a lot of work, and then he had to have Matthew, his son, to help them be able to pull this off so they can win the championship. What I mean about Matthew helping them, he had to end up dressing up as like a girl for them to be able to win this, because the goal is for them to win the championship. So that is the common goal. So if I had to, and they do win, they end up winning the championship in the movie. So that was the goal anyway, for them to win it, the soccer team. And that's what they did in the movie. And if I had to rate this movie, I would give this movie 4 stars. It's a really good movie. If you like to collect this movie, you can go to Amazon to collect this movie. You can also try Prime Video, Netflix, places like that to support this. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Have a good day. It's a really good movie. Hello, welcome back to my channel, the Sunflower Review Friday channel. Today I'm excited about doing a movie review by request on Single White Female. This movie is starring Bridget Fonda as Allie Jones in the movie, also starring Jennifer Jason Leigh as Heidi Carson in the movie. And this movie was released August 1992. It was released August the 14th, 1992. This movie is a psychological erotic thriller. This movie was also based off the novel SWF That Seeks the Same by John Luz. Okay, to give a summary of the movie, in the movie, Eileen, she is a fashion designer in the movie, and she's going with her boyfriend named Sam. And Sam, he's no good, because she finds out that he has someone, so she end up letting Sam go. And she also has a neighbor named Graham, who would like comfort her, because she said she didn't want to be alone. So once she got him up out of her apartment, she goes to Graham, and Graham, he had already heard it anyway, because he could hear it through the apartment, like what's going on. So he kind of already knew that what was going on. So she decided, because she said she didn't want to be alone, she decided to put an ad in the newspaper for a roommate. So when she put this ad in, she called herself screening the people, taking pictures and asking them questions about different things. But the way it was set up, how she met Healy in the movie, is she was done with doing the things for that particular day. She was done with doing the stringing, and she called the guy, she called Sam, her boyfriend, back, and she didn't get no answer, and she was crying. So Heidi come in the house. She said the door was coming to the apartment. She said the apartment door was kind of like already open, so she was kind of comfort her, and she said, let me make you some tea. Heidi just made herself at home So she was like, she was telling her, you know, what was going on with her and Sam and everything like that. But Heidi, she was asking her, like, you know, do she have to worry about him, you know, coming back? And she was like, she didn't have to worry about, because she didn't want to have to worry about, like, it's just something that she just throwing on her to get her to be there. And then once it, you know, work out with her and her boyfriend, you know, would she throw her to the curb? So she just wanted to make sure of that. But she ended up moving in. They ended up working on things around the apartment that needed to be worked on. They became real good friends. They was like going out for ice cream. Um, she even got a dog. Heidi got a dog called, his name was Buddy. In the movie, she got him. So everything was going great for them, Eileen and Heidi and Buddy, at first until one day. But Heidi had been, Sam would call her, and Heidi had been like taking his message and erasing it. And one day he just came over, and when he came over, she said Heidi really let him in, and he was playing with the dog. And so that's how he was able to enter back in her life, and she decided to give him another chance, which I find crazy. But anyway, she decides to give him another chance. And Heidi was watching everything, how she changed. She started staying out late with Sam. And she was like, you should call, because, you know, things going on, you know, you should call. So one day she said, then Haiti had set up for the Buddy to fall out the window and die. And Eileen really blamed Haiti for it, which she did set it up. And she just started recognizing different things. Eileen started recognizing, like in her closet, when she go into her meeting section, she was seeing that Haiti was buying like the same exact outfits that she was had, which was really weird. And then one day, they went to the beauty shop, and here's a picture of Heidi with the same hairstyle, the same color, and everything. She also started noticing more crazy behaviors from Heidi. She even, like, when she went into the bathroom to take a shower, she went into her room, Heidi's room, and then she looked into this box where she saw that she did have like a twin, and something happened with the twin. And then she also found a note that she said that she never got, that Sam had gave her. She got a note too. She found the note inside her box, but she hurried up and put it back up. And then she also was following Heidi, and saw that Heidi was dressing up, going to like a club. And she also told Heidi about her boss at the job, how he was trying to come on to her, and she was afraid that she was gonna lose her job. So Heidi ended up calling his wife, and she told him, like, if you try anything, that, you know, she would put him on blast, or if he's trying to ruin her reputation. So she was already picking up that, you know, something wasn't right with Heidi. So in the end, she ended up having to fight for her life to get out of that situation with her. She also thought she had killed Graham, because she hit him across the head, because he found out information about her too, that she was crazy, Heidi, that he found that out, Graham did. So she thought she had killed him, but Eileen ended up having to fight for her life to get away from her in the end of the movie. So she did kind of, my opinion, put my opinion in. I feel like she did kind of use Heidi to come move in with her, because she didn't want to be alone. And Heidi had already asked her anyway. So she did use her for somebody that, to me, still wasn't no good for her, because he still had someone. So he still wasn't any good. But even though Heidi was crazy and she had to end up fighting her way up out of that, but he was no good for her life too. So if I had to rate this movie, I would give this movie 4 stars. It's a really good movie. It's worth checking out. If you like to purchase this, you can go on Amazon. You could try Google Play. Prime Videos to support this movie. Thanks again for watching. Have a good day. Hello, welcome back to my channel, the Sunflower Review Friday channel. Today I'm excited about doing a review on the movie Asunda. This movie is starring Blair Underwood as Chance, also Michael Beach as Michael, also Debbie Morgan as Lauren in the movie. And this movie is a thriller drama movie. It also was released November the 6th, 1998. Okay, first I will give a summary of the movie and then I will rate the movie. And then after I rate the movie, I will just give my personal opinion about how I feel about like certain things in the movies. So you can get used to me putting my opinions at the end of the review. So when it first comes on, Chance and his wife Roberta and also Lauren and her husband Mike, they're at this fair, like the state fair carnival. Michael and Chance, they are best friends in the movie, so they're kind of double dating. And Chance, he's taking pictures of everything because he's a photographer in the movie, so he's taking pictures of everything they're doing. And Michael, he's just laughing around and playing and different things. So in the movie, Chance's wife, Roberta, she's pregnant in the movie. So she decides she's about, I think she's about 7 or 8 months. So she's showing, because they didn't say how many months, but you can see that she's pregnant, like for her alone. But they decide to get on this ride, this Ferris wheel. They decide to get on, and the people, they didn't secure her seats in there. It wasn't, locked. So Michael, he was playing around, and then she ended up falling out of the Ferris wheel, and they had to rush her to the hospital. So when they rushed her to the hospital and everything like that, the doctors had told Chance that they did everything that they could do, but they couldn't save her or the baby. So Michael decides, he tells him that he should come stay with him and Lauren, his wife Lauren, to come stay with him because he don't want him to be by himself, after losing his wife and, be at the house. So he comes and stay with them. So once he stay with them and everything like that, he becomes depressed, and he will have like flashbacks of different things that happened with his wife, because what happened with his wife. So he was having flashbacks of what took place. So Michael would leave and go to work and leave Chance there with Lauren, his wife. So they had secrets together. They actually had an affair, and she also had got an abortion while she was still married to Michael. She got this abortion, and an abortion was from Chance. So they had like secrets, and she didn't really want him to find out about it, like her husband to find out about it. So it really wasn't a good idea for him to be there because of that, like the history that they had together, and the secrets that they had together. And also, he also had an affair too, because he was suspicious about them. Because for one thing that happened in the movie, one scene that happened in the movie was when they had went to the lawyer's office to talk about like his settlement. And then after they went there, they went to celebrate about it, Lauren and Chance. So she was there with him, just to check on, his settlement, the lawsuit that he had against the people at the fair. So after that, after they left there, that's when they went to some kind of art gallery that he took her to. And then this guy, he had draw a sketch of them. They stayed out late, so it made the husband really mad. And he was like, Michael was like, he wanted him out of the house. So the husband was like, he is right that Chance was like, he is right that I need to leave like that. So he left. Then Lauren went over there, and they was talking about that secret, that history they had together about her having that abortion and different things like that. Even though, when her husband brought up the fact, about that, that, suspicious about them two, she would say, you the last person, because he had this affair on her too. So they both had affairs on each other. So he would bring that up in her face, that, and she would bring that up in his face about, oh, the affair. So she ended up